song. Showcase. What's up, guys? Kamadami Umvelo, also known as MX. Welcome to the Catch Up DVN. But I'm ngedwa. I got my co-host Andy.
Also known as Upuki.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, folks, ngisacela ukubuza.
Iyabuza.
Udume ngani?
Ngitume ngani? Okay. So for those who don't know, I am a radio personality at DYR 105.1 FM. Yebo. Weekends, Saturdays and Sundays 9 to 12. Also, what I was formerly known as, or known for rather, was for, I used to have quite a deep interest in hip hop and rap.
Perfect.
So, ngangishaya
yo.
16, nami, at some point. So I used to do that. I used to do some hosting. I used to be a promoter at some point.
Oh, wow.
I did. Now it's just 9 to 5, and this is me. Basically, this is me in a nutshell.
Yeah. Shine.
Yeah, bo.
Okay, there's so many things to unpack.
Yeah.
Whether it's the boo yo or the radio. How long have you been in radio?
Actually, I started this year, March. So that's just been a few months, and
Yes.
I'm growing in that industry, and it's just I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. And it's all about having fun.
Muso Musu uqale this year mina.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's be honest. U-Andile mina ngumazela kudala.
Okay.
Dala. Ngwazi from radio duty.
Yes. How could I forget?
So kudala wena uqalile kule game.
Oh, how
You've
could
been
I
in this
forget?
game.
I have. You know, ngifike ngaqala ngayeka, and I didn't allow myself to really just be committed in that industry and grow kahle. But hopefully now, especially after COVID 2022 na fika shubsela. So
Yes.
now ngabuyela ukuthi no, this is definitely something I'm passionate about, and let me just try
Yes.
it again.
Oh no, Vets, welcome to the Catch Up.
Yes, I'm excited.
Ngoba ngishilo nje nami, guys. You guys know me as MX, and I'm sure abantu abaningi are wondering ukuthi ayibo i-catch up sayikhumbula, or we remember the catch up GBN from way back. One, what happened, and two, what's going on? What is the catch up?
Yes.
So that's why Kono Andile la namhlanje she's going to be co-hosting the show with me, and just in regards with what happened to the actual catch up.
Yeah.
It was, to be quite honest, Bessie Pusha at a time where we're in different spaces, Namachans, that we're pushing it with. And funny enough, I feel we're ahead of the game. Ngoba sayenza nini Sthe. Oh yeah, Sthe's on the visuals in the background. Shout out to Sthe.
Shout out Sthe.
Sayenza nini Lenny catch up?
2018.
Yeah.
2018, okay, so 2019, 2020, 21, 22. So I'm trying to say is that we had this podcast idea about 4 years ago, and let's just say, for lack of better expression, ukuthi besingekho la sikhona manje. But now we feel good, the landscape is ready to have these discussions.
Definitely.
In entertainment, in music. And I actually think, if like for the people watching or ababukeli,
Yeah.
we're catching up not only just on trends, we're catching up on conversations.
Yeah.
We're catching up as friends.
Yes.
And we're also just catching up with what's next. So that's welcome to the show. Siyamukela nonke, you're all welcome. And yeah, man, I think that's what happened with the catch up.
Yes.
Where are we going with the catch up? Where are we going to go with this? What do we want to do and uncover? What's so special about this platform?
I think what's so special about this platform, with podcasting in general, is that it's just one of those platforms where it hasn't really been infiltrated, and it's still a platform where abantu can freely express themselves in
Yes.
whatever ways and that they feel would okay, now this is what I'm feeling because of a certain topic or certain thing that's happening right now. So it's just one of those spaces to just be yourself, be raw, be genuine. And I learned social media or Instagram where we fake it. It's not about faking it anymore. It's just about
Yeah, but we are fake.
I'm not fake. I mean, listen, my Instagram, my Facebook is filled with filters and all those stuff, pictures. It's very, very rare for me to post like a picture or video without a filter. So this is what this is about, to just uncover and just take away all the masks, and all the filters and just be you.
Andile, I really appreciate how you just broke that down. Ngoba it seems to me abantu everyone wants to act like they're being honest or they're being clear, but most times we all just putting up a facade or a mask. So shout out to you for just being like, hey, Xe, we need to be real, man. Like, and I feel like this is, it's if you look around in Mhlabeni right now, things are changing. In the sense, ukuthi traditional forms of expression, like izinto ziyashintsha. People want it to be more raw, want
Yeah.
it to be more authentic. So Nami, I'm hoping to bring as much of that to this.
Me too.
And yeah, like damn, I really appreciate this.
Me too. Me too.
Buthena o rapper, uthe bo rapper ngani?
Oh my gosh, I used to rap about how I was the best, how abantu don't even come up to my level, let me just imagine, let me think about
Australia rap, Australia a rap.
because I knew that you were coming for me, you were gonna come for me. Let me think, okay, here we go. Okay. This one actually I wrote when I was 14. Okay.
When you were 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as if.
Okay. It's called I'm Better. Okay. I'm better than you haters. I'm really gonna beta. I've been on the better, I am better. Betray, behave, prestige, and he's I get in heat when you tease. I'm at ease, it's like, bow ho, you my fatal foe. I'm rich when you bitch, you snitch, and I take a boom. What, when, how, who ain't home? Don't take my face, check the time is late. Come on, raise my crown. I'm contemplating, vindicating on them, hating. I'm just waiting, I just taking. What is eyes? Then you, Lalela.
Imag, uthe wayibhaluna 14?
Yeah, 14. That was when I was 14. And then after that, I came up with, I was like, no, I need to change my flow. I need to change. I need to be. So then I came.
Who was inspiring you?
No, at the time, Magniti, it was like a bit of like a Nicki Minaj and a bit of Ubani. Oh, Little Mama. I used to call myself Little Miss.
Little Miss.
And then I was like, no, not Nicki Minaj. I said, oh, okay.
Imag, so you have to choose one, Boiti or Nadia. Let's go.
Choose one. Boiti, actually. The reason why I choose Boiti is because, I love the conviction in the way that she delivers the flow and her rhymes and things of that nature. Unadia merepa angmuzwa kahle. No offense. It's just my preference. I'm all about doing you, and she does her, and she does it her way. But for me, I'm Boiti on this one. Definitely, she definitely hits every single word that she says, and
angazi mina bonke nje bayifanela kumina.
Obviously, you as a guy would say that.
No, in the sense it's women's man.
Yeah.
Power to my queens. Ngithanda wonke umuntu mina. Angazi ngawe ukhetha abantu.
No, you asked me a question, and I'm honestly going to be honest. It's definitely Boiti, but kudos to Unadia. Definitely being in an industry so male dominated, and for her to come this far and is still continuously making music where some have just dropped within the years. She's still there. We still know her as Ubraga.
Yeah, but you know what? I also find with the Baningi. Oh, geez, shout out to this girl, man. She's really going crazy right now. Holy Alpha.
I don't know her.
Ooh, I'm as Holy Alpha, bruh.
Who's that?
Hi, Mo.
Who's that?
Dog.
Who's that?
Holy Alpha. Okay.
Yeah.
We can say this, man. We don't have a sponsor, but we're looking. She's currently working with Puma and Sports Scene.
Wow.
And I think with one of the majors, I'm not too sure, but she's got a track, Blinding. Ngcobo lo sisi on the remix.
Okay.
There's other closer chicks. So rapping is closer. Misa is Zulu. She is fire. I'll show you guys that video.
She 031.
No, I think she's from Eastern Cape, but useGoli. Wonke umuntu mana eGoli, but I think awala ngoba ngamuzwa ngespitha. You know, like you know when you can just hear someone.
Yeah, 031.
Ukuthi hayi yabona ke lo ya ugeza kumfundo le wozulu.
Talking about so now we're on the topic of hip hop vele. Hip hop has been quite silent. It's so quiet now.
You think so?
I think so. It's my piano has taken over. Gospel industry has taken over. Bayibiza ngani le? I'm not sure what genre I could put abantu like something Soweto no Sanao.
Yeah, it's like Afro
soul pop. And then where is in this industry, where does hip hop fit in now?
Mina ngizosho into controversial. I think Tina as South Africans sesifike in a place where it's like abantu have been wanting a sound and into izomela South Africa for the longest of times.
Yeah.
Hip hop vele seyithanda, but that also comes from the influence of America or the influence of television programming on the youth and how they do events and etc. etc. So I think abantu base South Africa, even the biggest hip hop guys, they always have an element of being South African. I'm not trying to say that that's gone missing, but I just feel ukuthi the reason amapiano doing well, gospel, why abantu bafuna ukuzwa into that they're familiar with. In hip hop, we've already heard all the styles. Seswazile onke ama-flow and mesifuna ama-flow angale sizolalela izinto zangale. So I think there's a sentiment to that. But I think guys are still doing their thing. Yabo. The guys are doing their thing. But represent, like shout out to O Touchline. Like there's guys coming through. Blackie, guys coming through ngendlela innovative. Shout out Lord Script. Shout out to Script.
Yes.
I'm jabulela kakhulu. Script ngwazi usakrampa njalo.
What is that though?
What ukrampa?
You know
What
cramp.
krampa?
Okay, guys. I spent cramping used to be so weird, but I think it was for most people that I saw that used to actually cramp. It was it was awukrampanga.
Hayibo wena nto ungazangenzani mina?
Hayibo wawukramba.
Hayibo. That's imhlolo.
You've never?
No.
You've never cramped?
Hayibo.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, ungazi kanjani? Yeah. You must.
Oh, okay. So
We everywhere, but ungazi kanjani?
I was introduced to you by you used to be in a group called Nishfam. If I'm not mistaken, there were 3 of you. No, 4, because Ubani Uchintao. It was obviously you. It was how can I forget? Because unfortunately we lost.
Oh, Nsizi. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Nsizi. And then we had Win Solo now. Ngiyakhohlwa igama lakhe.
Umusuqamba manga how.
Yazi ukuthi kwisibaya he's doing the most. He keep it is serious.
Awumazi igama.
Ngiyacabanga.
Sesekhohliwe manje.
I know, guys. No. But yes, that's
No, I'm joking. Masandi. Shout out to Masandi.
Masandi, yes.
Yeah, he also just dropped a new EP. Shout out
Oh,
to him.
great,
Yeah.
great. I'm happy to hear what he's still doing music and he's still pushing
He's doing the most right now.
Definitely. Hopefully, Nat, we're gonna be hearing some more from you too.
Hayi mina ngisacoli mina. Engihlala umaskanda manje sengiphumile kwe hip hop.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's how I got introduced to you through that. And then I think you knew someone that knew that I wanted to be in the industry.
How?
Rapping.
Mina ngizokufaka kwi-industry mina.
Ngeke uzungifake kwi-rapping yini?
Ha.
Ngeke uzungifake yini?
No, ngizokufaka u-Andile engihlupha kwi-mix it.
Yes! Don't say our ages.
Mongayazi mix it, log off now.
Summer 2000.
No, yeah, like that's where we know each other from. We had a mutual friend. Shout out to Otabis and Otez. because I studied at DUT, and we had this kind of movement going where siyashuta, siyadocumenta, and then we rapping, so like we all knew each other. But umhlaba uhlukile back then, you know, social media was, if like it was, let me write on your wall, or let me, umhlaba like it was social media in its beginning stages. That's when we actually, yeah, well, and then obviously with the music, I think we wanted to record, or we're trying to make songs or something like that. But
and then I was always too scared. But I think I'm slowly but surely I'm working to be, what's he, out of my box, to get out of my box and stuff like that. To be honest, musically,
yeah.
I don't know, because I find myself every single time I try into Kings Ngiyanggabaza for some reason. I'm just like, andile nokurapper, or andile nalokhu.
Oh, awusabi mhlawumbe ukuthi abantu bazokugxeka.
Abantu bazothini?
Bazokugxeka,
Maybe it's just the judgment of into enjalo and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Mina, I'll tell you guys, mina being a pioneer of a struggling rapper. But I never felt like I struggled. But goodness tones, like it's ngoba osho, abantu always have like, what's hey, we are rap. Ngikhumbula khathi ngikhula mina, like sigqoka amakapi sikuthiwa, hey yo, yeah, we motherfucker. Yeah, well, and it was like, yeah, well, but I think that goes back to the whole thing of when you want to be too American. Yeah, bakhona leyo nto ukuthi eish yabona siwenzani manje awusasikhulumeli wenzani yabo. But I also think with that way of thinking it's backwards, because you can get guys like Unasty and they get appreciated by the whole world. So I think kancane kancane siyazama to break our own stereotypes and also embrace the new stuff. But yeah, it's quite interesting umculo and how it works, because it's subjective.
And especially also because there weren't a lot of females at that time compared to now. Maybe if manje I would start back up again, I would feel more comfortable because I've got a lot of people that I could, maybe collab with and inspire me to really, really push, and who've broken some of the barriers in the male-dominated industry. Maybe I could.
Wasn't your first track what I'm better?
It was. But I did try it out actually. I don't know if you remember. I was in a group called Rebel Entertainment.
Oh, wait.
No, Rashi.
Yes. Shout out August Rush.
No, but Urashi. It was Rush. It was Sthe, who the lady that sings "I will be okay." That as long as you yes, it was her. It was Ubani. I always forget him.
Also, I'm group member.
Lalela, age, siyazisho ke manje sivele ivezeke. But yeah, we tried it out. I mean, you know very well the group setting never works. Or not never works, but sometimes, our ideas and the way that we want to deliver certain content or whatever, or music, or we have our visions. I tell you, as creatives, it's very hard to be in a position where you have to take on someone else's ideas. Yeah. And it's very hard because mind you're just like, okay, humming, that's my ideas and then you end up losing yourself, and then the passion dies out. And then that's why I always see most artists, their first work of art is the best most of the time.
You think so?
Most of the time, our musicians, their first albums, I think, are absolutely the best, because that's when they could the world was like their oyster. Like they could be and express themselves in any way. There weren't a lot of influences from record labels, from promoters. From you have to look this way, look that way. You have to do this, do that. Okay, now you have fans. You used to not make music for fans. Now you used to make music for yourself, and then people would obviously and people would appreciate whatever you had to whatever you were doing at the time. But now you see what, hey, I'm a fans army let's for example youth between the ages of, let's just say, 21 to 30. So now you need to make music according to that. You're going to do your research on that group. Now it's all about money, 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 money.
Yeah, but Andile, let's be real, ngiyakuzwa, and I do think that's a valid point. Ukuthi musa musha uqala, the way you approach the music is completely different.
Completely different.
But I'm not gonna also just say ukuthi, let's say you're a few years in now, you're gonna say "Zwenza ingoma enjena for this." I think ukuthi it's natural progression. Like your idea of money when you're 16 and when you're 20 and when you're 25 are completely different. Like usuke susceptible and it doesn't really matter musamncane, but then the older you get you realize ukuthi you get in what you put out. So some people, everyone treats money differently, you know what I mean? So that's what I do have to say to that point when it's like it's all about the money. Well, it was always about the money. It's just that to make great art, it doesn't mean you need a lot of money. You just need a good idea. But yeah, well, depending on how far you want to take it or what you want to do with it and how serious you want to take it. Like, y- you can get different types of doctors, any type of industry. The more serious you get, the more investment and experience it speaks to the position. Well, that's what I feel. But it doesn't mean it also doesn't mean also thing isn't a visa to make a great song with a great feeling that can make an impact.
I think also I'm speaking on abantu who are in our record labels. It's very different when you are an independent artist.
Yes.
You know, when record labels are pushing millions behind you, I'm telling you, you have to look the way that the record labels
nothola ama-million e-South Africa. Mina I think
No, I
Mina
definitely don't.
I've got a theory of like musicians are not that rich like South Africa, because in music you don't make your money from music or the gigs, so to speak. The people who are really moguls, who the top dogs, emculweni, they are doing things outside of music, and music is more like the fun thing that they do. But like your average record label artist who yabo, who's part of the team, so to speak, of the label, I don't think they're balling because it's mainly sponsorships. It's everything is kind of like a facade, so to speak.
Oh, you think so?
I won't say I know so, but I'll say ukuthi nginamanga yini sithe.
When you hear your for example our beautiful 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 Babe Sodum saying at some point she was making 120 plus k for a performance, and she used to be fully booked from Monday to Friday. Imali.
No, imali leyo.
Ngempela leyo.
Imali leyo.
But then obviously it's our business dealings. Obviously, music industry will always be a business.
Yes.
You know, so there's uthatha lokhu, uthatha la, uthatha lokhu, and depending on the type of contracts that you signed. But I believe that in South Africa, they make millions. It's just the type of contracts that they sign, you know, and not really knowing their worth as an artist. Because most of the time, they take advantage of abantu bababona beyiculele mhlampe emakhoneni. Like for example, Mlindo was found singing a Shaka Marine. He used to sing at Shaka Marine World. No,
Angazi phela uba no-grade angizazi mina lezi
no, I don't necessarily know ukuthi uthole ubani, but what happened was he used to sing. Yes, he got discovered. Sorry. Yes. So he trended, and then that's when cabanga umuntu onjalo obethola le mali abeyithola ecula lapha nesigqoko sakhe eShaka Marine. Then all of a sudden you say, okay, I'm gonna give you maybe 10K. You know, imali njengemali leyo.
akusiyona kodwa imali.
But at that point, you know,
yeah.
because they're speaking, obviously that person, it doesn't really understand iwith yakhe. Now you can see he broke down on social media not too long ago. There was a bit of a back and forth. I don't know a lot about it, but what I know that at some point he felt like it was taken advantage of.
Yeah, I think ukuthi, okay, and this is gonna sound really bad, but in music business, in any industry, it's no one's business to teach you the business, unfortunately. Meaning ukuthi you need to watch the company you keep. And izolo bengihleli abanye abangani bami, and we're watching a Black Diamond interview, and they said something so dope, right? Like, but then Yes, even though when we were coming up, we didn't know or understand. Into science is we surrounded ourselves with abantu abaziyo, abantu who, yeah, well, like even though because sometimes artists get a sense of ego when imali comes in, but not even artists, abantu. Ukubona mhlawumbe umuntu kuze kuthiwa hey uholile loyo ngeke umthole, yabo izinto
Yeah,
ezinjalo.
yeah.
So I'm saying ukuthi it also kuyasiza ukuzihamblisha, and I'm not saying anything about the other guy,
Yes, yes,
but you have to seek out help when you're an artist and prepare to pay for that help if a person's a professional. Ngoba bazokusiza in the long run.
That's true. That's true. And unfortunately, most of them are breadwinners. Ngcobo. So
Mhm.
ngempela leyo mali ayikho
Mm.
when you look at
And,
the bigger picture of his thing.
and not to mention, I've never been signed to a label or anything, but nakhona hayi ukuthi phela kusuke kuyimali yakho leyo. Ukhokhela abantu, there's a whole team behind you. There's thing called placements, there's PR, there's a lot of things that go into it that maybe people aren't really aware. And listen to that is
That's true. That's true. And but I think the good thing is that we live in a fa- in a world where it's social media and the internet has so much information now, and you can learn from different artists' mistakes now. So there are videos of them speaking about certain things, mistakes that they might have made in the industry. There are some artists mhlambe recommend for you to um, look into one or two or three things in terms of your contracts in order for you to be treated fairly and not feel like you're exploited. So there's a lot of things outside of just, outside of just showing your booty on social media that you can use, you know. And talking about using social media, I think ukuthi mina personally,
yeah, how do you use social media manje? Ngoba ku 2022 uhlala le
yes.
eThekwini, i-social media uyisebenzisa kanjani?
Lalela, I mean, I'm still using it the same way I used to use it, unfortunately.
Ukuchaza ukutheni lokho?
For me, just get in contact with Abantu, affordable ways to get in contact with the next person, see what's happening around the world, read news articles, kwenzakalani, play some of my favorite jams, see what some of my favorites are doing, and things of that nature. I haven't been really creative in terms of social media. And I think ukuthi ngiyayibambezela in regards to that.
Why wena zonke lezi zinto uzazi? Uyazi ukuthi uyazibambeza. Uzibambezelani?
Yes, social media is so much admin.
Okay, mina
It's
othi
so much
ungitshele mina
admin.
ngisiphanisa kanjani, and angisiyona influencer what.
Yes.
I-social media is a tool to, yes, communicate with those, yabo, exchange ideas and communicate, but akusafani nakudala la nakhumbula amakhadi a-Telkom to call people. It's not a
Yes.
payphone.
Yeah.
This thing is a tool to the world. And I say my point in case is you should be documenting izinto ozenzayo, umculo wakho. Brands are out here looking for abantu exactly like you to give you product to
Yeah.
push out over there. I use a social media platform called Twitch, which is a gaming platform, but indlela esishintshe ngayo umhlaba sekuyinto encane manje,
That's true.
and ziningi indlela to connect with the world using your phone. So I got a show on Twitch. I freestyle. We got a community over there. Kumnandi nje siyahleka. I learn izinto eziningi from them, and they donate and they help. So social media today has become what you're trying to do in your life, like outside of what you need to do in the real world. So it's a portal into another world. Hence Meta with Facebook
Yeah.
and zonke lezi izinto. And there's a specific agenda to get everyone on their phone. But with that being said, that's why good dangerous and kumnandi umane ubuka ifoni yakho ungenzi lutho, because they understand ukuthi ufunda izinto, how to behave and how to act based on the things that they recommend.
Yes.
So there's a bigger agenda to it. It's kind of dangerous, which is why fanele ube aware ukuthi ngisebenziselani mina. Like, am I spending more time watching stuff, or am I spending more time creating stuff on it?
I'm definitely one of those who spends more time watching. And I think also that's why I'm just like, no, I need to pull away from social media. That's why I don't post as much and things like that because I'm not using it for what it's meant to be used for. So now I see myself wasting time, hours and hours on the next video,
Oh no,
on the
TikTok.
next video. Angnayo, but I no ginayo, sorry. I have TikTok, but I just watch videos. I just watch videos.
Well, that's what's on TikTok though.
Yeah, but I'm not creating. No,
Oh, you.
but I'm not creating. I'm not creating. So it's wasting. I find myself wasting so much time in regards to that. And also, what I also see about social media, especially now, is how toxic it's been. And people use it as a form of bullying others on social media, maybe trying to influence them for specific types of agendas. And also, it's so sad how abantu abaningi find social media as who they are. You know, because ubona umuntu ukuthi hayibo wena, who are you outside of social media? And a lot of people don't know themselves in the physical world ukuthi who exactly am I, ngeze njani. Ubona ukuthi mekuphela ibhetri manje efonini umuntu ucela i-charger, ucela i-charger uthi ayibo ngicela ungitshajisa. Now we can't sit around a table and have a conversation. You know, I find myself going through, scrolling through social media, ngibe ngicela umngane wami ukuthi asihambe soba ne-lunch.
Well, that's why ngokumemile just to let you know khona uzoyidedela kancane social media sihlale sihlale connect, catch up. But you're absolutely right ukuthi yeah, there's a lot of toxic ideas. Kunento abajwayele uyesho ukuthi too much of anything is bad for you. And the thing is, ngiyangibazwa abantu I don't read books. I'll read on my phone. Like abantu benza, it's almost like a defense mechanism to put the phone away. Just isikhathi esincane ngoba we need them so much. Like people don't even read books. People don't get to experience umhlaba the way it's supposed to be. And in turn, the abantu who create these programs and these phones and these softwares, bakwenza ngamey'bomi to make you, give you that instant gratification every time on your phone. So whoever controls how you feel has control over you. So it's so important ukuthi nje uyikhohle nje kancane ifoni and yeah, create something. Even if you're not creating, mhlawumbe uthanda ukupenda noma uthanda ukugijima, do stuff outside of your phone, because the phone, what they're pushing now is yonke into oyidingayo ila ukudla yilokhu konke kula awudingi ukwenza lutho awudingi ukukhuluma nabantu bonke abanganakwala, and it's like that's not how it actually supposed to be in the real world.
And apparently, I would say most of AMA founders and creators of the various platforms don't allow their children to use that platform. So they understand how influential it is in creating umuntu leo platform leo. So as much as, you know, social media is amazing. I think we also need to honestly at some point just maybe once a day, 30 minutes, put it aside, enjoy your family's company, enjoy your own company. Because if you don't enjoy yourself, no one else is going to enjoy you, you know?
1000%.
Definitely. If you can't be alone with yourself, then kwenzakalani?
No, and faneke sizibuze ukuthi, and I don't want to be too deep now, but bono or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, who owns that and what are they doing with the stuff on it? Yeah, boy, it can get really dark really quickly when you realize ukuthi i-AI ilana ukubona mhlawumbe uzovula ifoni, next thing how bazi ngani lesicathulo bengisifoni yasihle sona.
Actually,
It's
yes.
yabo, like the information that you put out on your phone about who you really are is used for good things, right? AI is good. Hey Siri, yabo zonke lezi zinto zimnandi, but then bokungilalele manje. But there's a darker side to it. So kuyasiza sometimes to also just disconnect and move away from this thing. Ngoba hayi ibuye ikhabathane.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So definitely. But Tige, if you're gonna do something with your time and with social media, definitely, check out this podcast. Ubuke. Uzukhathale, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Because yeah, this is definitely gonna be an amazing platform. I'm so excited.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to?
I'm so excited.
What are you looking forward to?
I don't know. But the unknown is so exciting to me, especially because I don't think we know a lot. We think we know a lot, but we don't. And me not knowing what we're doing here, maybe I actually do somewhat, but I just want to go with the flow.
Yes.
And see how the information maybe that we have or the discussions that we have is received. Maybe I can learn something about myself. Definitely, you'll always learn something about yourself. Maybe we'll find some like-minded people where we can start a community of little rebels.
Little rebels.
No. My bad.
I'm a catch up.
I'm a catch up pins. We'll see. But yeah, start our own community, push whatever we're trying to push. We have no agenda.
Yeah.
No agenda.
That's very important.
Definitely.
Right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think what I'm looking forward to, later when no one is doing this right now. Yeah. Not that no one is doing it, but abantu abafana nathi. Mhlambi age group yethu lendala. Yeah, maybe we can pass on some information. Maybe we can connect with like-minded people, and hopefully we can catch up beyond just the podcast in future. Like invite people, maybe some of your favorite artists, some of your favorite creators, because we got friends. Those people. Yeah, I also got a few friends, so hopefully we can invite a few people over there. Otherwise, give us the feedback. Let us know which is make the best content for you over there.
Definitely, that's what it's about. What about
blah blah blah.
It's crazy sometimes, but yeah, that's definitely what it's about. And yeah, I'm glad that we're trying to push this for 031. And also see not to see with the things that we wanted to do and that we couldn't do, especially because maybe we were stopped by COVID, we were stopped by maybe not believing in ourselves.
Did COVID really stop you?
Yes, it did.
Podcast how?
Okay, it's an excuse. But I mean, COVID did stop a lot of things. But, with a lot of things that had stopped us before, I'm just making an example with COVID. Let it not stop us from now going forward.
Yeah, boy.
And I had mentioned earlier, Uguti, we still got a few more months until December. So you can definitely still do whatever you wanted to do.
What December?
No, this is fun. I love December. You know why I love December so much? Is how happy everyone is. It's just you automatically dive into December happy. And I wish for January, February, March, and all 12 months, we had the same attitude as December. But the fact that December is just the time, we have the time of our lives.
I feel like Durban is just a party destination, where everyone, say siyayikhumbula ekhaya sesidilikile igoli, but it's like, geez, groove even our music get groove. It's like, no, so? I know so.
Maybe because I haven't really been in the scene, but it seems like it's Durban has Joburg has taken some of like the partying.
She doesn't want to implicate herself. It's fine. That's all, okay? Yeah, man, I think, I'm super excited. Let's do this again next week. If you love this episode, drop your comments, drop your suggestions, like the video, subscribe. Sizonibona next time. MX South Africa.
Until there.